He looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You gotta be kidding me.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he goes out right around the 39.
Saquon Barkley.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
The passer defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Escape it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
Jackson on the keeper.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. New York ready to go again offensively. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 26, Saquon.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Calais Campbell on the stop. It's a gain of 6.
And they'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
New York.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
34-yard line. 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 53.
53-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Dragons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Baltimore Raven.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown.
Jackson.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And 1.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The giant ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Game, offense.
We gotta do our job, man.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.